Okay, let's get it underway for real then. So this is Week of Spooks Day 5, and we've got a game that I think's been sitting in my backlog for quite a while. MADiSON. It's not lost on me that the I is the only thing in lowercase here, so maybe the game is called MADSON. I don't know, going into this with practically no knowledge about the game whatsoever. And I assume many of you are as well, so when ACAB comes in asking about how spooky the game is, I have no idea, and I doubt many of you do either. Let's just get on with it. We'll do the story, we'll do a new game. Just play on normal mode, I'm not looking to prove anything here. And we begin.
Oh my god. Oh, my head.
Answer me that. Just answer me that! Your own family. Your own blood. What the hell were you thinking? What in the hell crossed your mind? What the fuck is happening to you?
Dad, please.
You've ruined our family.
Please talk to me. I don't understand
What
what's
am I
going
gonna
on.
do now?
Dad, stop.
What am I gonna do?
You're not making any sense.
What am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do
No. This can't be happening. God.
I'm as clueless as you are as to what's going on here. I can only assume that the son here has gone mad, and there's our limbs ripped from the family. Perhaps our cousin Romeo can fill us in. Our cousin over in Argentina. I can't open this up, can I? No, it seems not. What else do we have?
I have to find the handle.
Yeah, how spooky are Argentinians? We'll have to ask our BRs for advice. So, don't know how this game plays out or what the plot is all about. And so we're here to find out. And hopefully it's good. We've had some hits and we've had some misses, but overall I've been pretty happy with Spooky Week. Although spooks are hard to come by. How are we getting out of here? This wimpy sounding kid talked about finding a
I
handle.
have to find the handle.
Maybe I can move the telly around to get the light on something, like this? It does not look like a healthy hammer. There's jam dripping down the side of it.
You are not my son! You are not my son.
Alright, calm down, Daddy.
Priest was right. Oh, maybe you're not one.
Come on. Maybe I can get out through Grandpa's house. I gotta get out of here. I won't be able to go back. I need to find a way out before Dad notices I'm here.
I'm very... Oh, Christ. I'm very close to muting this guy. His voice is quite insufferable. And they must have known that when making the game, because they have added... Oh, of their vast volume option of General 1, they have added a turn off the annoying kid's voice. I'll see how it goes in a few minutes. A lot of letters here, but I'm not allowed to read them.
It was just like Dad.
I was under the impression there was going to be a camera in this game. Camera featured heavily on the store page.
My birthday present?
Perhaps this is it.
How did it get here?
Ah. Oh god, I've got jam all over our hands as well.
It must be broken.
It's been 30 years since the notorious multiple murders, and despite numerous options of family assets, no one has previously purchased her camera. For viewers unfamiliar with the story, Madison Hill killed her own family during a witchcraft ceremony. She was then fatally shot in the stomach by a police officer who was confident in the act. And now for the weapon.
Looking for a 4-digit number. But also a study. Hang on, wait, this door closed and locked behind us. Alright, eyes peeled then. In fact, this game is very dark for me. I'm going to raise the brightness of my monitor, so I might have a hope of noticing things. Perhaps I meant to take photos of things. How about that?
What? Wasn't there a door here?
Yes, and I don't think all the candles were lit up either, kiddo. Ah, I see, I see. We keep the photos here, but I can just chuck them away if they're of no use, and I reckon these ones are of no use. Although I can't discard that one. Doesn't look like we have limited photos, though. Otherwise, what would you do if you just waste them all? What is the purpose of looking through to this room, though? Well, if you're scared of not being able to see a damn thing, this game is probably quite terrifying. Could you take a photo through the hole in the wall? I was trying to do that, but it wasn't whapping out the camera. I'll try again. We go here, and no, it just takes us right out. Well, we can give it a go, though. Maybe with the photo, the telly is on. No, the telly is not on. Maybe try the number on the back of Granddaddy's photo on the lock. Now that we could give it a go. Where is it now? Oh, it was on the photo, not the oval thingy. 1968. Scrolling. There was an attempt. Perhaps what I need to do is use the camera in particularly dark places, and then we can see what's going on there. It's not giving us much of anything, though. Stumped at the first puzzle. Although one has to wonder, what is it with horror games and their obsession with puzzles? Not seeing anything of value here. Don't like compiling a large list of useless photos, though, so let's chuck them away. Aha.
I should find a nail or something to hang it with.
That's it. You're not allowed to talk anymore. Oh, that voice was like nails on a chalkboard for me. Okay, so we need a nail or something. Could we not just take one of the many things used to hang up these other photos? Or plates? Who puts plates on a... Hang on. How did this come back? And why is there a nail now in it? Imagine knowing that your voice acting is so bad, people don't even want to hear you, so instead of re-recording a few lines, you add a toggle. It just had to go. I mean, good lord, though, it's terrible. Alright, so what has putting this up achieved? Since he's holding the camera, perhaps... Perhaps our camera is actually a gun? Oh. Square key. We did see a lock with a bunch of shapes on it. Perhaps it's for use over there. MADiSON, there we go. Repairing Grandpa's house, but he's been investigating some woman. Madison Hale. Serial killer Madison Hale shot to death for dismembering victims. Perhaps she lives on in us? If only there was a heart rate monitor to see if any of these games even begin to spook Jake. Sadly, my heart rate monitor died on me. It was my Fitbit device and just no longer takes a charge, won't power on at all. We really are looting our own home a fair bit here. Was this game before or after Resident Evil 7? Because the whole large, filthy house certainly feels like 7. Hey, that game was first person as well. We're all Resident Evil today. No, I still don't have a number for you. That's blocked off. Yes, but that square thingy. No, J key's not having any of this. Did we see anywhere we could use a cassette on? Just brute force it as like 4 combos. Yes, 10,000, notably not 4. Oh, hang on, what could this mean? Gotta hand it to this kid who's out of breath from taking a photo. Right. Do I make anything out of this? Certainly not out of you. Strangely enough, I can't discard them now. But those numbers only appeared when I took a photo. I do think taking a photo of this is relevant. It's just the glare kind of caned any vision. Try again, sunshine. Wait, the glare's coming from us as we try and look at it. I see an 11 and a 12. I see what kind of looks like the female sign, a no signal sign. But definitely a 2 at the top. What could it all mean? Oh, but now I can discard it. Maybe there are important photos that you cannot discard. This being one of them. Doesn't make sense. Something of note is that there are little empty photo things there, so maybe what I meant to do is take photos of everywhere I see the bits of film. Sadly, this isn't doing diddly for me. Yeah, for example, that one had the bit of film up there, and we took the photo there, and we made startling amounts of progress. There's a bunch of photos here, and I'm not sure I took a photo of you. Are we going to find someone in that chair? We are not. Well, I don't think we are. Plus, I can discard it. Although, notably, we took a photo here quite early on, and it caused something to go whoosh. Damn it, kid, you've got a hammer. Surely locks stop having much of a meaning now. Why the cassette? Chings, there's not a lot of places we have access to. These items don't seem to be making a lot of sense for me. Is there perhaps a number here to make use of? 43 keeps coming up. The woman took photos of the dead bodies after dismembering. Mutilation, serial killing, 4 people in a month. The wake people... Oh, the wake will be public and free. why. I'm certain it has something to do with the photos I took of this, but the photo is very shiny and difficult to see. Or maybe I should have opened this. Priest Thomas. I hope you find this something or other useful. Please be careful. We talked about something. Tapes are old, but I struggle with computers. Just like the lassie from Crow Country. Sure, but where can I use the tape? What is going on in this? I wish I could kind of zoom in on it, but there appears to be no such option. All I'm really seeing is that 2 up at the top. Feb, March 11, 12, something. The voice lines don't play, but the subtitles still appear. Anything to get rid of the whingy kid. The box seemed to indicate that he is now 16. 16 and already dismembering. Did you photograph the clock? Maybe I could try that. At this point, I should probably be photographing anything I can find, because I've got nothing to go on currently. Does that look any different? Doesn't look any different to me. There was a grandfather clock, but it comes and goes as it pleases. Can you just open the safe? No, it prompts me to use an item, and none of the items are working there. Hope the whole game isn't like this. It looks like an arrow. What, an arrow pointing up? There's no getting by in the crawl space. Good heavens, how are we right at the start of the game and making absolutely no progress? We saw the old coot here, 1968, did not open up this. Unless I put in the wrong number. No, it looks like 1968. And I don't think we found any other 4-digit numbers. Less of this we, this is all you. So, no, it was the royal we, which is to say you, not I. Does that say something? And while we're waiting, let's also have a look in the corner. What? There's a door here. Oh, maybe we already knew there was a door here. But it's locked. And we can't even try the key. Yeah, that glare is really not helping me read any of these. Why are we shining a torch right at these? Yeah, it certainly is very dark. Very dark game indeed. Can't use what? I was all but certain that I had tried that. Oh well. My notebook is in here. Apparently we've got a limit of 10 items. I'm gonna assume this is like a Resident Evil chest. What's going on with my notebook? Sister's leg, mum's arm, dad's dead. Of course. At least the whole place is lightened up a bit. Although, what does this do for me? Well, we know that we have a photo, apparently, of an arm and a leg. Look at the incantation circle again and those photo pics. Maybe put them on the diagram. Can't see anything to interact with here. But maybe... this is meant to be used else. Oh, this door opened! Ah. Now we're over in Grandpappy's house. Who has emergency lights in her? Well, Grandpa's clearly a prepper. Alright, activate. Is this a puzzle? Mars, Jupiter. Is this something for the clock on the wall? Oh, we're gonna do another James Sunderland arm down where it shouldn't go moment. Blue knees is real. Also achievement worthy. Just took a photo because it was dark and I wanted to see, but instead we found something. See if we can prize this off. Nope. The combination is right 5 left. The real horror of this game is being a construction worker and seeing how much desperately needs to be fixed. I can't get over it, says Andarius. Showing 6 months in the construction industry and now that's all he talks about. Truly he's found his calling. Ah, something we can use a cassette on.
From the moment of first contact, it is already too late. When a demon attaches itself to a human, it becomes a parasite of sorts. It feeds from the host until it devours every last part of their soul. In most instances, the demon's relentless objective is to get back to the world of the living. If you want to break that link, well, I'm afraid it's no simple matter. I could speak at length about various rituals and procedures, but by far the best way is to obey. Help the demon attain that which it seeks. Only then will the demon leave of its own accord. Usually they enter the earthly plane through certain objects that they use as conduits between worlds. Even if you rid yourself of that object later, the demon has made the contact it needs, and already walks among us. In the first stages of possession, the host human tends to withdraw from friends and family, becoming aggressive, even violent. This is the result of the spiritual battle between the host and the entity, both vying for control over the mortal body. The symptoms that indicate that the possession is progressing are dizziness, nausea, and headaches. The latter of which can be so intense as to render the host unconscious for days. The dark entity manipulates its host with visual hallucinations and voices in the mind. Destroying the sanity of the host is for the purpose of making them malleable, compliant. This is how the demon fully exerts its insidious control. Oh, and before I forget, several cases of possession saw strange behavioral patterns in nearby insects, cockroaches in particular. My advice, steer clear of the insects.
What? The pictures, the leg, the arm, I didn't do it, or so we claim. Clearly Dad has gone insane and been possessed. And covered her hands in jam. Okay. We get possessed at times when we draw things. Cool. Just like with Lucky. Alright, triangle looking key. We did see triangle looking lock earlier. I can't believe I didn't try using the key on the safe. I thought I had. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's like the first thing I did with the key. But clearly, it's not what happened. Ah, happy looking family. God, I'm not sure I like the sound of that. Having your house connected to your grandparents. You get to see them every day. That's okay, I put half a continent between me and my family. After that last possession, we are moving monstrously slowly, though. Right, can I use that weird thing I found here? No, the solar medallion won't work on you, but perhaps it'll work on the other one. Can we go back to it? No. Alright, we're a very small part of the way towards opening this door. There's also another shape down there, and I can't... Well, I assume it's a shape, maybe... Wait, isn't that just triangle again? This whole taking photos to look at things is very laborious as opposed to just crouching down and looking at it, and I still can't see it because of this glare. Well, I can't take the key back for some reason. Haven't been down here, have I? So many pills here. Left 4 Dead Lois would be having a field day. Okay. We're gonna take this? No, but it is for one... Alest Maxwell? Alest? No, Albert. Albert Maxwell. Gotta get out of the house by opening this door. Without using our hammer. It's such a rickety door as well. Application of boot would surely be enough. And I don't know what this saintly statue is for. It's like an offering bowl. Sure, there's a lot of begging in Christianity. There's no need to cut the power right now. Is that an indication that at some point there will be? And why is the handle spinning like that? Is that... I thought that was like a starter crank. I must say, this game is failing pretty hard at delivering any level of spooks. We are apparently the monster for one, and it's just going around this grotty old house. Well, he did say he thought it wouldn't be your thing. Did he? Oh, hold on, look at this. All these photos indicate that I'm meant to take a photo. But I already took a photo. Oh wait, no, I took a photo of that stuff. Do not enter. Keep out. Caution. These signs can't stop me. These symbols, yeah, we've seen them before. Yes, we saw them on the wall thingy. If I recall, at this side it was low signal. At this side it was female. And up here it was the number 2. Is that not enough? Do you want my notebook? My medallion? My tape? My hammer? My sunbox? My camera? Ah, that's right, there was question marks in the center. Yes, well maybe all these photos will give us an indication. put this pretty high on the list of things I wouldn't be doing. Climbing into the cockroach-infested well. But it must be part of the possession. I won't be able to open it easily. You just said it's rusty. Use your hammer. I don't get people's obsession with cockroaches, but I don't live in places that have many of them. They're just bugs. Can you eat cockroaches? Well, obviously you can, but do they offer much nourishment? Let's try and see what's happening around here. They're chemically resistant bugs, and they can give you diseases. Learning so much about cockroaches today. Mayday, mayday. I'm being blocked by some tape. Is this radio meant to be doing something? Because it's sure doing nothing for me. Unless I'm being punished for having silent mode on. I'm not bothered by cockroaches. They aren't in my house yet. Well, that's what a borax is for. What am I missing here? Aside from the fact that everything is dark. Yeah, certainly missing a torch. Torch would be handy. I can't take these traffic cones and put them on our head. We are 16 years old after all. Yeah, maybe enter the light for a bit. Oh, there we go. I'm guessing this is going louder somewhere that I meant to look for something. What am I missing here? I thought it might act as some kind of like metal detector. It goes louder where I meant to grab something, maybe in the water, but I'm getting a fat lot of nothing done here. Is that a telly over there? Oh! Oh, it's just some particle. What the hell is going on? Okay, so if we're playing a game of Chocobo hot and cold, what am I meant to do at this point? Take a photo? Yeah, but I can't equip the camera. I'm pressing a lot of buttons. Oh jeez, have this thing be quiet so I can think for a moment. All I can do is look at my camera, I can no longer equip it. I can't change what I'm holding. Pressing a lot of keys on my keyboard and nothing's letting me change. Yeah, maybe stay in the center and then look in the right direction. What the hell is going on? try and move around for a bit. Maybe we are on the hunt for the clear signal. Nix is saying that as he remembers, you're meant to use the camera here. If it's not working, you might need to load a checkpoint. Well, here's my camera. I can look at it, I can rotate it, I can zoom in and out of it, and I can come back out of it. But I cannot seem to equip it. Because we just have this in our hand. And I think I've pressed just about every key on my keyboard by now. And it doesn't change me back to my camera. There's this idea that perhaps we need to reload. Is it just me or is the ceiling slowly collapsing? But that's wishful thinking. Pull out your camera. Oh, okay, so it's no longer press. We now need to hold the camera button. Right. There we go. Phenomenal. I was pressing it quite a bit, but clearly not enough. Can I leave now?
Officer Russell here. June 17th of 1987, 5:27 a.m. I am now entering Madison Hill's basement.
Hill? 1987?
I can see there's a sort of well in the center of the room. Looks like it's open. I'm gonna investigate further, see what's on the other side of this. God, there's a horrendous smell coming from down here. Oh, God. I almost can't take it. Time to make things worse. I can't see a goddamn thing down here. Shit. I think I found the missing individuals. They're all mutilated. Legs, arms, they're just everywhere. I can't see Madison. I don't think she's here. Oh, God. I gotta get out of here.
Oh, God.
What was that? I think I'm not alone. There's definitely someone here. Madison? Is that you? Please! Show yourself! That's an order! Stand back! Put your hands up where I can see them!
real. So this fucking camera belonged to that woman. Why is this happening to me? I gotta get the hell out of... Oh, God. Where am I? What is this place? That woman... Is it possible that she's still alive?
Are we having fun yet? Snow Kitsune chimes in, they say there's no fun and there's no scary. Oh no, it's just ridiculous and bad. If I'm not mistaken, the Steam store page was very positive about this game. Don't think I'm seeing it personally. Yeah, what happened to Dad? I thought this might be a game where Dad is chasing us around. The fact that Steam reviews are mostly useless isn't new. Well, people also loved Resident Evil 7, and I hated that game. Yeah, look at the roaches. Well, they seem to be going in this general direction. But what does it mean? Or maybe it's the fact that they're coming from here.
My head. It hurts. The attic. I don't understand. My head.
I think no one's going to complain all that hard if we just turf this game right out. It's failing to deliver on just about any metric. Dark and loud does not mean scary. And just about everything that's happened has just been a set piece. No, this is pretty miserable. Pretty bloody awful is what it is. But we haven't had the jump scares yet. Yeah, it's been pretty bad at delivering those as well. Rainey says the type of games are meant to be played for 10 then replayed. Takes a couple hours to complete and not everyone finishes them. Wow. Oh, it's a message on the reviews that we're seeing about this game. But no, this is awful. I am having negative fun here. The fun is being actively sapped out of my body. However, this is why I keep backup games for Spooky Week. So hold your horses right there. Let's try something completely different. At least I finally got to try MADiSON. It had been sitting in my library for quite some time, and I was curious if it was any good. And that curiosity has now been sated. It's not good. It's really bloody awful. Alright, come on, give me something else. Ah, I like something else. Meanwhile, let me kill MADiSON. Alt F4 does the trick. True Spooks is the lack of Slay the Spire. I think it's been over a month since I played Slay the Spire. Twisted Gallery. A staggering 89 followers on Twitch. Alright, good times. And very little sound coming from it. Okay, I will take a short water break and then we'll check this out instead. Alright, there we go. Game having no music from the get-go is a bad sign for me. I don't like the lack of background music. It makes me a little nervous. There's a question coming in from Pathara that says, have you played a single round of Backpack Battles since the last time you streamed it? I played a fair few rounds after I finished streaming it, but I eventually stopped, and that is largely down to the fact that there is good random, and then there is too much random. And too much random, oddly enough, hurts replayability, at least in my eyes. It's part of the reason why Slay the Spire is so endlessly replayable, and I don't think Backpack Battles is. See, in Slay the Spire, you have a lot of different random tools at your assortment. You don't know what cards or relics you're going to end up getting, or if you're going to get enough money to buy things at the shops, or what will even be in the shops. But the foes that you fight are largely set. They have small variants in attack patterns or hit points or what exactly you fight, but it's not like there's an endless amount of random foes to be had. Whereas in Backpack Battles, you got no idea what you're fighting against. And on top of that, although you're offered a lot of random things, I feel like a lot of builds just go into certain archetypes in a way that they do not in Slay the Spire. They can, but often do not. So it started feeling very, very samey playing Backpack Battles, despite it having a lot more RNG variants. So oddly enough, more random hurts the replayability rather than what you might think, at least for me. I just started paying last night. Something could Jake. Oh, Look Outside. Was that the game people have been talking about? This RPG. And double check that one. I think it, yeah, look outside. This one's been brought up to me a few times now. Even Lucky was asking me about it. I'm really not interested in a 10 to 12 hour RPG with those first-person JRPG style encounters. Those severely do not entice me into playing. So no, I don't think you'll be seeing that out of me. What we're seeing though is this, Twisted Gallery. I think it's an Exit 8 style game. Now I really liked Exit 8, so let's see if it delivers. I'll be interested if it delivers any music whatsoever. Art galleries, huh? Not the kind of places I frequent, as I'm not into art. Then again, I'm not into music, and I would appreciate some audio in this game. Change your stream title. Okay, there's an idea. How's that? Oh, it's a nice, nice bright day outside. Beautiful clouds. WASD, shift or right mouse. Wow, right mouse button to run. What a world. And we even get an achievement for entering the gallery. So we're in gallery 0. Now, is this a case where you see something anomalous, you turn around and run, and if it's not, then you move forward? Exit 8 was very explicit about that. This less so. Is this an art piece? See, this is why I don't really do art exhibits. I'm more interested in something technically impressive than just whatever the hell this is. Is that how you spell believe? I before E, except after C, or when the sound is E, or any of the many exceptions. Alright, let's just skedaddle. Aha, here we go. Thank you for visiting. Press forward to explore, but if you notice anything unusual, turn back immediately. And we have the same instructions in all sorts of languages. If you insist, game. I before E. Maybe this will upgrade from video cassettes to DVDs as an anomaly. Got this fellow here. I didn't pay attention to these two. Was there always a bookshelf here? Was everything always grayed out on this bookshelf? Was this always a door? I don't know. I should have paid more attention early on, but I am going to believe that something was wrong. Oh, and for that I end up back in 0. Maybe that's not right. In that case, all is well, surely. Evidently not. Believe? White man with spear, black man with bow. There certainly were not pool in case of fires everywhere. Let's double back. Oh, I should pay attention to the ceiling as well. 4 lights, 1 little extractor fan. Is that a cooler, a heater, or an extractor fan? I'm not entirely sure. We still believe in watching lots and lots of cassette tapes. White man with spear, black man with bow, golden half individual coming out of the wall. Should pay a little bit of attention to this. What is it trying to be? Is it like an optical illusion where you line it up and it spells out racial slurs? Because that's what I'd want to install. Looks fine to me. It was absolutely not fine. left wondering just how subtle the things that are off are going to be. It's that spooky spot the difference game. I really liked Exit 8. There was a stairway game that was not quite so good, because it really failed in the ending part. Have you got something like eyes that are following me? We still know how to spell believe. We're still watching loads and loads of reruns of Friends. Bow, arrow. I believe it looks okay. Gosh, I am bad at this. Still looks fine to me, though. Ah, see, there we go. We're back on track. Believe with I before E. Were there always these stickers on the telly? How are you doing there? Did we always not see your left hand? I like the paranoia that sets in during these kinds of games. You start doubting what you were thinking yourself. And that I find is a nice subtle bit of horror in games. Was this handle on the right side? You know what? Oh, this whole place stinks. We're getting out of here. Okay. There are stickers, I see. There are stickers, the handle is on the side. Very well then. And they're not turning around to look at me or anything, are they? The horror of early onset dementia. Well, I'm told it's horrifying. I guess you can't really believe it till you experience it. Believe, I before E. There are meant to be stickers on the telly. Destroy undead. Perhaps that name of the film is going to be relevant to us. We have no reflection. That said, it's otherwise reflecting the area here. Interesting. Was that thing always off? So that it's over there instead of being a little bit closer. I'm not convinced. Let's double back. Oh, he's good. Wait, it is meant to be there. Huh. Why? I suppose they're on the movable slat things at the top, but that means there was another anomaly that I missed, but I just lucked out on it. The fighting polygon team still seem to be okay. Did you always have your black things in such a mess on the ground? Probably. Telly is here. We still believe I before E. Is it still kill undead or whatever? Yeah, destroy undead. How are you doing? There's going to be something where he blinks or similar, isn't there? Was your face always so jagged? Count the books just to be safe. Oh, heavens, no. Alright. Don't let me down. Oh, we messed up. Jinx, whatever changes they are, they must be guy subtle. Far more so than in Exit 8, where you had things like growing and shrinking posters on the walls, or a guy coming to approach you down the walkway. He's got a kind of circly brushes around his head. Was that always the case? Let's say that yes, it was. Still believe, I before E. Still the pictures in the telly to destroy the undead. Something feels off about this, but I can't put my finger on what. Did you turn a bit? I thought your arrow was straight down before. I don't trust this room whatsoever. We're getting out of here. Clearly you can't be bald, says Six Sock. Heavens no. The males in my family keep their head of hair forever. Well, no. Unless he's doing it again, he doesn't keep the arrow straight down. Something with bloody footprints is chasing after me. Let's leave them be. There's a noise coming from somewhere. Oh, I see. Somebody put the unceasing top here. Well, that's not my kind of relic most of the time. Can't believe we made it to number 4. There's no unceasing top here whatsoever, as there shouldn't be. Are you blinking or anything? Regrowing your hair, perhaps? Not that I can tell. You've got your spear and clenched fist. You've got your bow and arrow. The lights are all where I'd expect them. There is the extractor fan, or cooler, or heater. It all looks okay. The way you noped out at the slightest noise is probably why they leave this game without music. It would have been harder to notice the unceasing top, though. Any kind of reflection on your golden bust? It's like golden Pepsi, man. I'm willing to agree that this is fine. Oh, I'm doing well. Perhaps even too well. The lights and extractor fan are okay. The fire alarm has turned into a nuclear alarm. Perhaps we don't want to be taking any part in that. No thank you. Run. Yes, I will run. Back to the satanic circle. I wonder what would happen if I didn't run there. Alright, we're now still pulling in case of fire. Lights all over the place. I before E on believe. Still destroying the undead on the telly. It was really bad. I see, I see. There was a really bad version of this game, but what were we doing in that one? It wasn't climbing the stairs. Yeah, it was going through a train. I was very unimpressed with that one. How high do we have to count in this game? Higher than 8, it seems. You ain't right. Well, we utterly blitzed through that. The stairs one was bad, but fun. The ending was really bad, and the jump scares were really quite awful. It's a minimal... Oh, inspired by the Exit 8. You don't say. I am shocked. I don't think I've seen a game list every asset that they used. All right, well, I'm curious what other anomalies we can find here. How much was the game? A good question. Let's find out. Please stop opening my friends list every time. Guides has a link to the store page. 174 Filipino pesos. So it's probably about 5 or 6 euros. You see, this is all a ploy for me to bulk out the number of games that I play in a year. Currently it's at, I think, 96, and I'm hoping to reach 120 by the end of the year. That'd be 10 different games a month. You see, the bigger that number grows, the happier I am with my life. And, you know, it's not a competition, but I've got a bigger number than Blobber. He's in the 80s right now, because all he plays these days is Sonic Racing. Wearing his wee miles per hour hat. Yeah, but EU5 is coming at the end of the week, and that might change things. That might be the only game for the rest of the year. We'll see. I can't talk about the game yet, or at least I don't think I can. I'm sure I'll be talking at length about it before long. Yeah, just fail your weekly one-shot. Get more punishment. I don't know, I feel like we've had a punishment game today already. MADiSON was really, really bad. I'm going to read more of the reviews later on to see what in the world I was missing. But maybe the standards for spooky games are just really, really low. He says, playing this game thinking that it's quite good, and it really is just walking through stolen assets of the game. Well, not stolen, I'm sure they paid for them. Although everything looks fine, my senses are telling me that something is not fine. But I've never gotten anywhere trusting my senses. How's Farthest Frontier? Farthest Frontier is going to be delayed until after I find some time beyond EU5. And that's anyone's guess when that is going to be. But I will come back to it. I do want to kind of... I do... Steve Jobs is still alive. I do want to gain some kind of mastery over that game. If only to say I'm not mad 'cause bad. But I do think it's just, it's banished with bloat. Kind of like Colonial Charter mod. Except it's not a mod. But yes, you have my word. We'll be back to Farthest Frontier, and we will gain some mastery over that game. Something feels off. Yeah, I don't know what, but I'm going to trust my feelings here. See what I said about not trusting my feelings? Nah, we're good. Don't know how, but I could sense a disturbance in that room. You could always gaslight us into believing that Lasaria actually won. Do we really want to play more Lasaria? I think we have reached the bottom of the barrel in terms of content in that game. The missions are getting more and more yakety yakking, and the maps are fairly dead. And now I have had my fun with that game, but I feel like if we play much more Lasaria, there won't be much more fun to be had. Despite the fact that it's really fun having you guys in the game as heroes, mechanically the game just doesn't have the staying power. Although I never streamed Endless Mode. Could change that. We still must destroy the undead. I'm not seeing anything onto... We've seen that face before in that really awful game we played on day 2 of Spooky Week, right? Behind the back room. Isn't that on the dollar? The American dollar? I seem to recall there being some kind of weird eye pyramid thing going on. Don't I have a dollar? What am I... Yeah, here we go. United States dollar. Yeah, there's a pyramid with a glowing eye on it. And it says, and we... Septus. Freaking satanic country, America. Right, what's going on here? That's the one, Bruno. That's absolutely the one. Oh, jeez. Oh, wait. Quite the delay and quite the bloodied inside. Interesting that we had to approach you to make that happen. If you were just running through, would that have even been notable? It's the eye of Providence, divines ideas on... Oh, I wonder what it's like being America, but actually having the introspection to step back, look at yourself and your country and go, my God, what the hell are we? Right. At least the things about this one have been fairly obvious, assuming I've seen them all. Been the apple, the glowing eye. The books aren't telling me to run. You haven't shot your cohort. This painting has not done anything so far, has it? Unless it's going to get bolder. If Americans had that ability, it wouldn't be America. I see Baron's had his morning coffee. Things seem okay here, but can we believe that? The exit sign does indeed say exit. Oh, wait. If everything's fine, then we carry on. He's on his second good coffee. Must be good coffee. There's some slight movement going on here in the reflection, but I don't think that's actually an anomaly. The exit sign says exit, and we don't have the nuclear alarm. Believe is spelt probably correctly. We're still destroying the undead on the telly. The books aren't telling me to run. The black guy didn't shoot the white guy. Very well. Doing very, very well. What in the world could be anomalous here? Not the side of the body we want to see. No spooky face, no nuclear alarm. I do believe we destroy the undead. There appears to be some menstruation going on in this couch. Could have been left over from MADiSON. Either way, we don't want to be here. I still believe. Lights. Subtle. Oh, we're almost halfway through the ones we found. I'm keen to give it another go. Not keen to keep looking at this. Shihua Luan, thank you, but I've seen your credits once already. In my opinion, you should never do credits like this for a game. This is for movies. If you're going to do credits for a game, implement it into the game. What's the best credit sequence I can think of? Probably Typing of the Dead. Typing of the Dead had an excellent credit sequence. You type in the developers to blast down zombies for a credit sequence as they do some weird dancing. That was pretty fun. Portal had the wee song, yeah, but it still had the... it was still sit down and wait as the credits are shown. It's not really gaming anything. Movies can do that. Movies often have a bit of music at the end whilst you look through the credit sequence. Games should be games. We've got enough movie games as it is. And yeah, I put Half-Life 2 up as movie game. Not a fan. Alright. Room looks fine. Exit says exit. No weird reflections in the floor or things on the ceiling. One thing I never spotted in Exit 8 was there's a very subtle demonic face going on in that. Hold on. Is that always meant to be flashing like that? Do the other ones do that? The other ones do that, okay. Then probably not an anomaly. Just Unreal Engine things. The real spooky anomaly. Load Up Game says, made with Unreal. Check game files at 17 gigabytes of unused assets. Okay, thank you. Very cool. Believe, no unceasing top, no menstruation, no black on white violence. Bald man is still bald. The believing is not lying. No apples or satanic imagery on the thing here. Although it kind of looks like a black snake coiling around, ready to feast on the heart of an item, but I'm probably reading too much into it. No nuclear fire alarm thing. And exit is spelt correctly. Very good. I like the paranoia, right? There's nothing chasing after me or spooking me in this game, but I really like that feeling of questioning one's self and becoming increasingly more paranoid. Is your face the right way around, by the way? Yes, okay. It just kind of looked like you were facing this way as I left. No unceasing top. This is on the wrong side. Oh, that's easy to spot. Katamara has a good end credit screen. It's scrollable up and down. Yeah, that's handy. If it can't be interesting, it can at least be fast. Guy's got a wiener on the end of his spear. No, thank you. If I want sausage, I want Hunter's sausage. Exit says exit. The two lack of colors aren't fighting amongst themselves. The bottom of the snake feels messier than normal. But I could be imagining that. The bookshelf isn't telling me to run. We don't see any faces hiding around in the back of it or similar. The hatch is not open. Sorry, Bill. Bald man is still bald. Maybe this is a red herring and it does nothing ever. Which would be neat. We're still watching Destroy Undead on the 90s CRT telly. And exit says exit. Okay. If that did have an anomaly, then heavens, I wouldn't know where to look. But no, we were completely correct. And that was we as in me. Oh! Watch the tape to the end. I don't think I did. I watched it for a few seconds and that was your lot. Had a TV do that to me when I was on night security one time. It ranks pretty highly on the list of most terrifying moments of my life. Because something blew in the back of it as well, so the whole room started smelling of smoke. And I was completely alone in this area that was out in the boonies. Because I was doing security for a backup office for a bank. They would only use it if their own systems were down and they had to migrate their entire team to continue working there. So they needed to keep it spick and spam, ready for operation and secured. But also, it was almost never used, so it had skeletal security and cleaning staff and maintenance, and that was it. Great setting for horror to happen, and that was my horror moment. And go figure, that was also the monitor that monitored the entrance, so it went down and I could no longer see who was coming or going. Yeah, very spooky. Right, never mind real world spooks, what's happening in here? It all seems okay, but there's been a lot of okay so far. Maybe it's trying to lull me into a true sense of security. Wonder if the text ever gets screwed up on this thing. Pool in case of fire. And maybe it says something like fire in case of pool in some versions, but everything seems okay. That would be a good horror game. Well, I do have another horror game about being a security guard. That's on my my backup list, which might come into use tomorrow, because what's happening tomorrow? Is it Tormented Souls? Yeah, apparently it's going to be a long game, but if it's long and crap, it won't be long, so I'll have something else at the ready. That little camera was never there, was it? Never, ever. We'll leave it be. Oh, no, Five Nights at Freddy's is awful. I played that long, long ago. I'm pretty sure I was still in Scotland when I played that game. Believe. No unceasing talk. We still destroy the undead. We still pool in the case of fire. And the books don't tell me to run, and the bald guy is still bald. Yes. And exit says exit. Do you have more stories of spooky stuff that happened on night security? Spooky things happening during night security. I mean, I did a lot of night security. Clocking in at 6 in the evening, going home at 6 in the morning, but spooky things seldom happened. Some of the EU3 runs were surely spooky. Was I doing EU3 on security or EU4? That is a good question. I don't recall doing any EU3 whilst on security, but I certainly remember doing EU4. I remember doing some of the Ryukyu World Conquest on the clock. Yeah, I can even remember the security office I was sitting in, grinding out the colonizing and decolonizing of the Philippines in order to generate mana. Alright, things look okay, but things have looked okay before. Nothing weird with the reflections of the floor. I mean, you can imagine a situation where you see the reflection of these two and the white one is black and the black one is white, but no siree. Greetings from Ryukyu, says Alpha Gamma. I've seen the photos. Cheers for those. Oh, wow, what in the world did I miss back there? I saw spooky things on my security feed while working the graveyard shift at a hotel. Oh, that could certainly lead to spooky things, because the hotels do have people in them. And that's the real spook. People. It looks okay. I'm very curious what I missed on that previous one, though. If it's anything like Exit 8, it won't repeat anomalies until you've seen them all. Have we had any repeat anomalies? No. So I'm assuming it's doing the same thing. Alright, all seems fine to me. Believe. The more you look at the word believe, the more it just doesn't look right. Alright, Baron, you've done graveyard shifts at hotels. Any spooky things happening there? Normally we'd have to pay Baron in Copex to get tales from the front desk, but maybe he can oblige us here and now. Or maybe he's gonna say, cough it up. I ain't no free working chump. That does not sound like something Baron would say. I had a drunk Japanese businessman decide to go around the underground areas in his undies. Through the grainy video feed, his stumbling, scrawny body looked like the beginning of a zombie movie. Oh, jeez, that's grim. Now, I worked security generally at very serious places. You know, not places open for the public, so there weren't just scrawny guys in their undies showing up. Although there was one time, guy comes at the front door at about 3 in the morning, and I says, Christ, you came here in your jammies. But it wasn't his jammies, he was a Sikh, and he was wearing some big white robes. Well, I assume he was a Sikh, he was one very hairy, bearded fellow. And the colour of his skin was certainly out of place in northern Scotland. But he didn't seem to take offence with it. He seemed to laugh it off. He was sick. I hope he got better. Oh, jeez. Oh, well, good thing there was a sense of humour. That'd probably be a write-up in this day and age. Well, come on, you have to expect people to not understand what's going on when you bring your customs over. I don't expect people over in Asia to understand why I'm going around in a tartan dress. So if you're wandering around in something that looks like your jammies, Don't take offense when people think that. Anyway, it didn't appear that he did, so all was well. Can you explain to us why you're going around in a tartan dress? I could, but I would choose not to. Doesn't cause confusion in most places, but it caused a lot of double takes in the Philippines. No concept of Scotland over there, no doubt. At least in Japan, a fair few people recognize that I was a Scot. It's never been a question anywhere in Europe. These anomalies are getting harder and harder to see, but I do see your hand sticking out there, Baldo. Alright, finally an anomaly with him. Tell them you're Mel Gibson and Braveheart, yeah. People thought he would never make a convincing Scot, but look at him now. A drunken racist. Makes my heart bleed with pride. Well, go on. Ooh. I was ready to write this game off as having showed us everything it has to show. But could it be that there's more to it, like the Stanley Parable? I think no. No, there is not. This is an invisible wall. I cannot proceed further. Fascinating. But definitely anomalous, so away we go. Okay, I was saying maybe all the remaining ones are really subtle. This is a reference to that game I don't like, Dark Souls. We cannot take the sword, and I don't know why you're a duck here, but... Well, the achievement did say Duck Souls, maybe they just wanted to make that joke. Yeah, subtle like a brick through the window, that one. Of course, now that I've seen one out of Baldo here, I'm wondering why we've only seen one out of you. Were these shadows always here? Did they always cast a shadow? Let me think. I don't think so, and even if they did, the shadow wouldn't appear from there with the light shining like that. The shadow would be on that side. You've got me spooked, shadows. I'm heading back. I don't really get the draw of Spot the Difference horror games. Well, it's quite succinct in my opinion, Terry. No, can I pretend that we were fine? I cannot. Okay, mistakes are made. I find a rather enjoyable bit of subtle horror from questioning yourself. Looking at something going, was it that way? Oh, I think it was. Because the horror becomes yourself. And it does mean that when the anomaly is something that suddenly chases you, it does give you that sudden "ah" moment. Because you're no longer focusing on yourself, you're focusing on something there. And that sudden whiplash drives deep for me. But it's just for me. That's why horror is such a difficult genre. It's like comedy. It's hard to say that comedy or horror are good or bad in general. It's always just from your perspective. It's much easier to say if a game is technically good or bad. I like the game from last year where you moved into a new home and your rooms kept changing. Was that the game about the windows? The windows are disappearing, or something to that effect. That was really good until the ending, and then the ending just completely let itself down. Also, it soft-locked me. Something ain't right. What isn't right here? What isn't right is I'm questioning myself. Carry on. Oh dear, something was wrong. But at least now I know those shadows are A-okay. Do we still believe? Exit says exit. There's a face in the books. I wonder what would happen if you rearrange the books. I don't get horror games. Your character's always invincible. The worst case result is restarting from a checkpoint. Yeah, you have to have a bit of investment yourself into a horror game. You can always just sit back and go, yes, this media is fiction, so there's no horror to be had because there are no stakes. If you want to get into horror, you must invest a little bit in yourself, suspend disbelief and such. And you're not always in the mood to do that, and it's not always easy to do that. And what can really let a horror game down is not making it easier to do that. Which is why, as I said, it's one of the more difficult genres out there to enjoy, and no doubt to make for. I don't know where I'd start making a horror game. I mean, take that kindergarten game. Oh, I thought it was brilliant comedy. But there were plenty of people going, yeah, this just is not funny for me. Fair enough. It's not going to be funny for everyone. But oh, how I love it. Well, that's quite obvious. Have you actually played those games at all, Dark Young, the kindergarten ones, or did you just watch them? I guess one of the problems of those games is watching it, playing it, it's essentially the same. There's not much gameplay, it's just following a flow chart. Right, I don't want to muck up here, but I'm not seeing anything untoward. No, all looks well. Carry on. Yeah, I didn't 100% on stream the last one, but I didn't feel the need to either. The reward for 100%ing is always just Nugget the cultist. Destroying everything and everyone, but not you, because you're his good friend. What is... It's you, isn't it? You're turning around. You're off scent. Well, you won't be catching me. He almost caught me. What happens if I come back? I nuzzle up against his chiseled behind. Ooh. Jabbed in the arse. Right, well, I'll have to ask him not to do that again. Pull in case of fire. Exit says exit. Believe says believe. There's no unceasing top, no camera. Then again, I shouldn't be looking for things that have already happened, because evidently we're not getting repeats. I should be looking for things that we have not yet seen. Door seems okay. Baldo. Yeah, Bald Bull is doing okay. We're still watching Destroy Undead on repeat. Real Ruenar says, hey there, I finally got you streaming. Hi from YouTube. Well, welcome and congratulations on the ascent. I often am demeaning towards YouTube viewers, referring to them as YouTube scrubs, and how could I not? I read every single YouTube comment on my videos. Often that is not as enjoyable as you might think. And maybe you wouldn't think it's enjoyable. Either way, welcome. You know, was there always an exit sign up there? I don't think there was. I would have noticed it. Clearly an anomaly. Let's leave. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. You see that, you question yourself, question your own psyche. That's the real horror. We don't need no unreliable narrator here. We've got me, as unreliable as it gets. Today I was only 20 minutes and 1 DDR stream late for today. For me, that's good going. I actually wanted to do DDR, but I just kept sleeping and sleeping, having long dreams. The ceiling's coming down! I was looking here thinking the ceiling's quite short, and then suddenly noticed it's actually moving down. Good lord. I'm a little disappointed it didn't just keep going and then crush everything. That was nice. That was good. Wonder if there's going to be something similar like this painting shrinking. Actually, doesn't it feel much smaller than normal? It's tiny, isn't it? Isn't it? Pool in case of fire. Still believe. Alright, maybe it is normal sized, but if that was wrong... Which it was not wrong, okay, so it was normal sized. Still looks small. Ceiling's A-okay, we can still believe, nothing good on TV. You gonna crack a smile or something? Total 1 out of 40. You know what? Let's bring it all the way up to 40. I want to squeeze everything out of this game. Rather enjoyable, though. Well, actually, sitting through the credits every single time is a little less enjoyable. At least it's short. 3 people were in charge of marketing and promotion of this game. Well, this was recommended to me, so maybe they were using sock puppet accounts. Alright, then I assume one last run will get us all of the anomalies, assuming we don't cock up. The dev told his mum and dad to tell their friends. Alright, looks good. Speed running now. Does this look good to you? It's just something subtly telling me that this isn't quite right. Jake's starting to question whether or not email was from You Buy Game. No, was real or not. What? That ain't working. The real exit is not an exit. So you can't fumble this one. But even here I can tell it's trompe l'oeil. Is it trompe d'oeil? How are you meant to pronounce that? Can I trust the French and all that? The encoder did not like that. No, it was essentially fire blue there, wasn't it? Oh, there's a little version of what we have here. So that's a bit more artistic. And it takes a bit of skill to make something small and detailed. I don't even know what you're trying to say. Trompe l'oeil is a kind of optical illusion. Although I don't know what makes it any different from just being an optical illusion. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Kevin. The most cultured caveman. Something ain't right, but what? I was going to say, there's no exit sign over here, but no, the exit sign over there is itself an anomaly. In that case, let's proceed on. Or should we? I don't know. The shadows seem right. This thing seems okay-ish. Alright, alright. It's literally fooling of the eye. Ah, okay, so there was something there, but heavens knows what. Instructions between the rooms, I'm pretty sure, is normal. It's always about stuff that's inside this room itself. We still destroy the undead. They were missing, you numpty. They're often missing. Down to the final evasive anomalies now. Truly a dark day for Dark Numpty. Poor guy. Not only does he have to suck up to the Greeks, he also has to acknowledge his own shortcomings. That's a lot for one man to swallow. These final anomalies are gonna be tricky. It's like shooting down the last ship in Space Invaders here. Did it always say believe? Yes, it did. Although one time it shorted out and just said lie. I did plenty of that this morning, lying down, keeping my eyes closed, thinking, God, sleep is good. Woke up at 8, and I thought, I could get up and do DDR, but it's so cozy. And then I got up at 11, thinking, is it recycling day? Poked my head out the window, didn't see anyone else's recycling bins out. I thought, well, I'm up now. I could always just go back to bed and sleep more, which I did. Something looks wrong with the door handle, you say. It's on the wrong side. Whoa, and we just caught that in time. Huzzah. Barely any anomalies left, right? Exit is spelt correctly. Pool in case of fire. No weird reflections anywhere. I'm surprised that the lights haven't moved at any point. So that's something I thought long ago, was that light was moved, but no. I was wrong. Completely wrong. Yeah, unnumptied already. When are we going to have the Dark Young challenge of numpty or not, where he has to go through some puzzling madness? Oh, we'll be having some puzzling madness here very, very soon. You keep doing all the puzzles, none left for poor wee young. I'm pretty sure there are Layton games I haven't touched. I don't think I touched any of the 3DS Layton games, and the 3DS is very easy to emulate these days. Do we trust this? I have nothing to do but to trust it. Exit 8 got a movie adaptation. Okay, well, I often see a movie adaptation of a game as being a downgrade, so forgive my lack of interest there. I missed something there, and heavens knows what I missed. The instructions, just because I got through level 0 there. Do I just have to do a blind turnaround every now and then in hopes that I find it? Because heaven help me, I do not see anything anomalous now. Somebody's mentioning the chair. Perhaps I should investigate the chair more thoroughly. Maybe its stripes are changing? It's all vertical stripes all the way, right? And it's ruffled on the back and kind of melted on the armrests. What was that game you played last year where you hunted anomalies on the security camera? That was called Observation Duty, and there are about half a dozen games of those. I've played 2 of them, and I quite like it. But once you've played 1 or 2 of them, you've kind of played them all. Which I suppose is also the case with these Exit 8 rip-offs. You know, if you've played Exit 8, then these ones don't really bring anything new, but I still enjoy the experience. It's like playing Final Fantasy. You know what you're getting in for, but if you enjoy it, just go for more of it. Also, that game about checking the security footage brings back pleasant memories of being a security guard again. That book right there will have definitely passed me by in the past, so huzzah. Fit new. Well, the door is very wrong now. And still won't open for me. I might go in for a clean sweep now. Neat Switch says, are things changing? I don't see anything. Then maybe you should try these games. Up your perception. And I think the original Exit 8 probably remains the best of these that I've played so far. Are they upping your perception? It makes me feel better than chat, and that is often a good feeling. Well, it's always a good feeling, and a frequent one, of course, but the frequency doesn't stop it being good. Was there always a carpet there? What, you mean this carpet underneath the, underneath everything here? I'm pretty sure there always was. Was there always these redder parts of it, and did it always have this design? I don't know. Was there always supposed to be a door on the fire alarm? You mean that little handle there? I'm gonna go with yes. Chat's just trying to screw with me. Haha, but it is I who gets the final screw. The carpet was always slightly tainted in areas. We're still watching Destroy Undead, I still believe. Bald bull. No wiener on this guy's spear. Yeah, the black black one hasn't done anything too untoward, has he? I mean, this guy chased me down. He had a wiener on the end of his spear. He rotated a bit. All this guy's ever done is shoot the white guy. I feel like he's overdue an anomaly. And looking at his fighting polygon arse is not unveiling anything for me. Archers don't get paid to charge, and they gotta run out of arrows at some point. How else are you going to use your fians? Good old Bannerlord, where the best archer is also the best shock troop. That's amazing, though, right? Oh, cavalry charge the archers, except they're fians, and they just take out their two-handed sword and chop the rider clean off their horse. Oh no! What in the world did I miss there? There is something ultra subtle going on here. Has he lost some weight? Oh, maybe. Should we just start doing blind oh, this thing's color has changed, hasn't it? It was never that blue. Kind of washed out color on you. Is that true? I don't know, now that I'm looking at it. Was this always rusty? I also don't think so. Is there truly any anomaly left to find? Yeah, it's not meant to be rusty. Okay. Still okay. Nothing with a lamp yet? No, the lamp has never done anything untoward. Take a mental note about it, though. We still believe. Bald guy isn't reaching out of his painting this time. Exit says exit, and it only says it here. I believe there are no anomalies. Yeah, made me double check if believe is actually spelt believe. Oh, crumbs. What in the world is still to be found here? I think... No, the lamp is fine. The lamp was always this kind of black, right? I feel like I'd be terrible at these games. I'm constantly challenging my memory. At least someone is there saying, ooh, I wouldn't be so good at this. Normally we have nothing but people going, oh, Jake, you're dreadful at this. But me, I'm so smart. Here I am watching the stream, and I can see all of your mistakes that I wouldn't have made. You know what really, really gets me in that nipple-chafing mood is when these people finally start up a stream and they are such bumbling wretches, failing every bloody thing that seemed so simple beforehand. And I'm just laughing my arse off. It's good. It's good to be me in those situations. Alright, there was an anomaly there. I don't know what it was, but at least I got an achievement for it. So now we just clear on out. No anomalies left for us. Oh yeah, Nancy Drew was the great equalizer there. Very few people came through Nancy Drew unscathed, but some did. I would say Dr. Mensonge did a fine enough job handling his Nancy Drew obligations. Spam Booker actually came out looking pretty good. His kitchen didn't. His kitchen full of actual piss bottles gave me a newfound disgust towards the Dutch. But in terms of his Nancy Drew performance, he was top-notch. No problems, just kept slaughtering through the game. But oh my, all those people. I've never laughed so much, so densely as I did that month of watching people do Nancy Drew. Fire alarm is fine. Maybe there are no more anomalies. We've cleared them all. We can just leave. No repeats, right? What was IFT Clerk's game? Did they do Japan? So they are coming back, the anomalies. Alright, so now I need to start looking for the old anomalies again, and that's quite a few of them. Alright, fire alarm is fine, ceiling is fine, believe says believe. The chair is fine, Baldo's not reaching out, you're not moving around. No space or errant book, handles on the right side. Looking A-okay then. Literal blood on the chair he was looking at as he said, no, not well. Okay, how about that one? Even Kevin, the ever-observant caveman, said there were no problems there, but there were problems there. Maybe there was exit up there. I don't think I looked over at that side, and I certainly should. Fine, 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 and not rusty? Not rusty. Then we're good to go. Hot tip, do things you're good at in front of an audience. In my case, Toho Subterranean Animism and Cave Story. Yeah, but doing what you're good at is fine and well, but then you swiftly run out of things you're good at, and then it suddenly comes crashing down when you have to do something you're bad at. Whereas I just do lots of things, and if anything, that just exemplifies the stuff I'm good at, which is many things. At least game-related. Don't ask me to do anything about Greek, or astronomy, or astrology, or spelling, or observing, or naming the Beatles. I'd say we're okay here. Ceiling isn't coming down on me, at least. Or navigate. I'm awful at navigating. Could get lost in my own garden given half the chance. Seems okay. It'd be really cool to play this and have an elimination Twitch integration where Twitch members have to say yay or nay after we look around for 30 seconds or so, and then they get eliminated until only one survives. And then maybe I can have an excuse to give out VIPs again. I actually want to fire up Age of Conflict. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I just updated it. Oh my god, what in the world did I miss there? Yeah, we need some Twitch integrated Exit 8 style game. That's where the real big money is. And look, all you need to do is rip all these assets. Easy peasy. If you can work with Twitch API, I'm guaranteeing you at least 6-figure profit from this brilliant idea. My cut should obviously be 25%. You know, the ideas guy. The thinking, that's the real hard work. Pardon, how do you mark the anomaly when you find them, Jake? No, you would have to just be in chat and just say anomaly or not. And of course, if you don't make a call one way or the other, then you get kicked out anyway, because we have got no room for people who sit on the fence. Run. Okay, but what if I don't run, game? What then? That's what I thought. Small print, 6 figures, did not specify where the decimal point is. No, it's the fact that I'm in Hungary, where 6 figures is more like 3 or 4 figures in a civilized country. Oh geez, double on the bookshelf. There was a book on top of the bookshelf. Oh, crumbs. I was even trying to spot that, but I must have neglected to look for it at that point. No exit sign. We're not nuclear on the... Fuck, Crivens, that caught me. And the game's so void of audio. The crunching of that apple certainly gave me a lightning bolt of shock there. Right, no exit sign, no nuclear fire alarm, no rusty gold bits here. No black and white violence, no wiener on the end of the tip. No man straighting on the couch. We believe, we see Baldo, no exit sign. Handles on the right side here, no book anomaly. So if there's anything anomalous here, I will be incredibly impressed that it managed to pass me by. Which is all the more spooky to carry on, because I'd hate to be wrong. Oh, this seems fine. I mean, who is honestly just going to pass through this? I wonder if there's a message here. ADSG epsilon. That's Rusty. Rusty on Twitch. Chair isn't bloody. Seat's fine. No exit sign. No rust. The door is fine. Baldo is also okay. Your head isn't coming off. Not this time. Then I think we're okay. Surely we're fine. No spooky face in the books either. Then again, Kevin just said, "Oh, I see it." Now he might just be throwing me off. Doubt it would be the first time. Does black guy look more grey than normal? I don't recall him looking so shiny and grey. I'm going to put this one over to chat then, because I myself am not sure. Actually, no, never trust chat. Trust yourself. There have been anomalies where I haven't noticed what the anomaly was, though. Oh, Kevin, you rotter. Utter bastard. Glad I didn't trust you at all. Final wiener stick, and we're out of here. %. Nicely done. It would have been nice if they explored a bit more on the whole going through the anomaly, going through the back rooms, exploring some different stuff. I don't know, concept art or whatever, insofar as they'd have that here. Hoi hoi ma! Who put a Brazilian in charge of the finances? Okay, there we go. I will say this was significantly better than playing MADiSON. Yeah, MADiSON had music, I'll give it that, but it was just pretty bloody awful. Prelix's uncle's legendary with money. He saved us all a lot of money over the years, that much is for sure. All right, well, I don't expect all the games in the spooky week to be good. In fact, I expect some of them to be abysmal. We certainly got abysmal today, but I find this Twisted Gallery made up for it. It was completely expected and did everything that we expected it to do, but I still enjoy these Exit 8 style games. I just hope something comes along and shakes up the formula a bit. Not just talking about my own £100,000 idea, of course, although that would be good. But we'll have something else tomorrow. I've got... What in the world do I have? We've mentioned it before. Tormented Souls is up to the bat tomorrow. And if, like MADiSON, that ends up being god-awful, then I'll have something else up my sleeveys. Otherwise, until we're back with that, it's a cheers and a cheerio.